So today is lecture number 13, it's week number 14, and we were discussing the topic trigonometry, right? In last class we had discussed in details how many sides trigonometry have. So basically there are 3 sides and we name them hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent. The most important thing that we discuss is that trigonometry applies only in 90 degree, right? And there are some tricks and techniques to remember that which side we call hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent. Hypotenuse, we discussed that opposite to 90 degree. Opposite is what? Opposite to angle, and adjacent is what? The leftover side, right? So today I am going to start some practice questions, some revision work from the last class. So try to attempt the question first by yourself and then I will explain it to you. So the question says you have a right angle triangle. Yes, so that is your right angle triangle. The side is A, angle is known, that is 67, and this side is 15. You need to find the value of A. The first thing we had studied that you need to write the data first. So the side 15 is opposite to 90 degrees. So we say that 15 is our hypotenuse and the side A is opposite to given angle. So that is opposite is equals to A, and angle we know is 67 degrees, right? So in which working formula we have O and H, so it's sine, right? So the working formula of sine is sine 67 is equals to, opposite is what? It's A divided by hypotenuse is 15, right? So now you need to cross multiply. The value of sine 67 is 0.92 is equals to A divided by 15. You need to multiply this by 15, gives you answer of 13.8. So value of A is 13.8, right? So that was an example, right? Another example, and all these examples you guys need to do. Then I will give you homework questions from the book. Now that is my right angle triangle. If I label the sides, angle 90, this one is 15, side known is 9.7, and this side is B and this side is A. Now there are 2 unknowns. First thing, like always, you need to write your data first. So B is what? B basically is our hypotenuse. 9.7 is basically our opposite, and the leftover adjacent is small a, and angle we know is 15 degree. Now there are 2 unknowns in a question, but you need to deal them one by one, right? So first I am picking O and H because H is unknown. So O and H comes in sine, it will be sine 15 degree is equals to opposite divided by hypotenuse, right? Make b the subject of the equation. So b is equals to 9.7 divided by sine 15, right? We can find the value of sine 15. It's 0.26 and 9.7. Now we need to divide it. 0.26, it's 37.3, and the answer looks logical because hypotenuse must be greater than 9.7, as we know that hypotenuse is the longest length. After the value of b, we can use Pythagoras theorem, but I advise you to never use your answer to find the next unknown. The reason is that if this value is wrong, then you will result your answer wrong, your next answer I meant. So for the value of a, I am going to consider adjacent and opposite, because opposite I know the value, it is given in the question. O and A comes in 10, it is TOA. So 10, angle is what? 15, opposite is 9.7 and adjacent is A, right? Make A the subject of the equation. Now you can find out the value of 1015 by your calculator. It's 0.267. By rounding off, I can say that it's 0.27, right? So 9.6 divided by 0.27, it's 35.5. But still, hypotenuse is the longest one. So that's how we solve the question in which we have two variables, right? Moving on to the next question. Now you need to try it first by yourself. In the question, it's right angle triangle. This length is 13.5. It's A, B and 36 degrees. So first thing, pause the video and try this question by yourself. So the data of the question. The side that is known is our hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is 13.5 and we take the unit centimeters. B is opposite to the given angle, so we say that it's opposite. Adjacent is A and angle is 36. Now strategy is same. And what is our strategy? One unknown at a time. If you take two unknown in one equation, you cannot find the value of any unknown, right? For two unknowns, there must be two equations, so you can solve them by simultaneous equation. So first thing, I am going to pick opposite and hypotenuse. Opposite is unknown, hypotenuse is known. Opposite and hypotenuse comes in sine. So it's sine 36 is equals to, opposite is B and hypotenuse is 13.5, right? So B will be equals to sine 36 multiplied by 13.5, right? and b is equals to, now sine 36 you can find it by your calculator. It's 0.587 multiplied by 13.5. So when you multiply it gives you value of 7.93. Right? Now we have the value of b. Now the next unknown is a, but we are going to pick a and h, right? Same reason, value of hypotenuse is known. Don't use your value b to find the value of a, right? It is not a right approach. The right approach is use the data of question. Now to find the value of a, hypotenuse is known and adjacent we are looking for, right? A and h comes in cos. So it will be cos 36, adjacent is a and hypotenuse is 13.5, right? 36 cos 0.81. Now this 13.5 when shifts on the left side multiplies with 0.81. So the value of a is 10.92. Right? Now one more technique to verify your answer. And this technique is what? Once you got the values of all three sides, apply Pythagoras. Right? So I am going to apply Pythagoras. It will be 13.5 square is equals to a square plus b square. We have the value of a and b. So a is 10.92 square plus b is 7.93 square. The 10.92 square is 119.24. 246, so basically 119.25 plus 7.93 square is 62.88. On the left side, 13.5 square is 182.25. Now if you add both your values on the right side, it will be 119.25 plus 62.88. It's 182.13. So you see, they are almost equal. Almost equal. The difference is because of the rounding off or the decimal places, right? If you take 3 decimal places, then it will be more accurate. We are taking 2 decimal places. So make it your practice to take at least 3 decimal places, or if you are taking 2 decimal places, then keep in mind that you need to apply rounding off. Right? You need to apply rounding off method if you are taking up to 2 decimal places. Now moving on to the next questions. I hope that this one is clear to you, and now you know how to check your answer. So one more example. Now in this question, the angle we know is 21.5, that is G, its H, and the length is 8.9, and that is our right angle triangle. So first, you guys try this question by yourself, right? Make your data, highlight the unknowns, think that which formula you should apply, and keep in mind that one unknown at a time, right? So I am going to plot my data. Theta angle is known, that is 21.5 degrees. Opposite is known, that is 8.9. Hypotenuse is known, that is h, and adjacent, the leftover part is g, right? So one variable at a time. So first I am going to pick hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is unknown and opposite is known. O and H comes in so. So we are going to apply sine. Angle is 21.5 is equals to, opposite is 8.9 divided by hypotenuse is h. Make h the subject of your equation. H is equals to 8.9 divided by sine 21.5, right? So sine 21.5, it's 0.366. When you divide 8.9 divided by 0.366, it's 24.32. Right? So that is the value of our hypotenuse. After hypotenuse, we are moving towards adjacent. Same technique, opposite is 8.9, adjacent is g. So opposite and adjacent comes in the working formula TOA. That means we need to apply tan here. So tan angle is 21.5 is equals to, opposite is 8.9 divided by adjacent is g. Now make g the subject. So it is 8.9 divided by tan 21.5, right? You can find the value of tan 21.5. It's 0.4. Now the actual value is 0.39, but I am applying rounding off rules as well. So 8.9 divided by 0.4, it's 22.25. So G is 22.25 centimeter, right? And you can verify your answer by using Pythagoras theorem. Make sure that when you are verifying your answer via Pythagoras theorem, then left hand side and right hand side, they must be equal. If the difference is huge in left hand side and right hand side, that means you have made a blunder, right? So a slight difference in decimals, right, like 5.1 and 5, it is acceptable, but 5.1 equal to 4.7, it is not acceptable. Now some tricky questions. Now you have a triangle ABC. That is our triangle ABC, right? So this one is A, B and C. The point here is H. It is not a midpoint, it is just a point. The angle A is known, that is 90 degree. The length of AB is 8.9. The angle is 56 degree. We need to find the value of AH in first part and HC in second part, right? So that is your question. So for the value of AH, what I am going to do, I am going to plot the triangle ABH separately so that I can explain to you better. ABH, that is my 90 degree, it's 8.9, it's 56, and we are looking for the value AH, so let's call this value X. Right? Now data, the value of opposite is X and hypotenuse is 8.9, angle is 56. Opposite and hypotenuse comes in sine, so its sine angle is 56 is equals to opposite divided by hypotenuse, right? So 56 sine is 0.83. When 8.9 shifts on the left side, it will be multiplied with 8.9 is equals to X. So 0.83 times 8.9, it's 7.38. So we got the value of AH, that is 7.38. I have written in the main diagram as well. Secondly, we need to find the value of BH, so I label it Y. Again data time, angle is 56, hypotenuse is 8.9 and adjacent is Y. Now adjacent and hypotenuse comes in a working formula cos, right? So our equation will be cos 56 is equals to adjacent, that is Y, divided by hypotenuse, it's 8.9. 56 cos is 0.56. 8.9 divides on the right side. When we shift on the left side, it will be multiplied with this answer. So we got the value 4.97. Right? Now we have the value of BH, that is 4.97. Now the next part, the question says find the value of HC. Right? To find the value of HC, what we are going to do, we are going to find this angle first. And how we are going to do that? For this purpose, I am going to plot the figure separately, but only triangle A, B and C, not the H part. So that is my triangle ABC, right? A, B, C. This angle is known, that is 90 degree. It's 56. Can we find the third angle? Let's call this angle P. We know that for a triangle, sum of angles is equals to 180 degree, and the angles are 56 plus 90 plus P is equals to 180 degree. Now you can find the value of P by adding 56 and 90. It's 146 plus P is equals to 180. When you shift 146 on the right side, it will be subtracted from 180. So the angle is 34 degree. Right? Now we have this angle, it's 34. Now the last figure is AHC. AHC. Value of AH is known 7.38. Angle is known, that is 34. And we need to find the value of CH, so let's call this value A. Right? So what values we know? Opposite is 7.38. This is about 90 degree. And adjacent is A. So opposite and adjacent comes in 10. It will be 10. 34 is equals to opposite over adjacent. Make A the subject of the equation. So A is equals to 7.38 divided by 1034, right? So 7.38 divided by the value of 1034 from your calculator, it's 0.67. 7.38 divided by it is equals to 10.94. That is the value of HC. So you see, this was your question. We need to find number of unknowns by using different values, different conditions, and this practice is very good if you break your diagram into parts. It will be very easy and very convenient for you. In my experience, I think that it makes the question easy. That's why I also opt this method. Moving on to the next question. That is a triangle and the name is PSR. Now that is a triangle. It is 90 degree. This angle is known, that is 60, it's 45, this length is 25, and that's all. So what you guys need to do, find first part the value of PQ, second the value of PT, third the value of PR, right? So you guys need to try it by yourself first. TQ. For TQ, I am giving you a hint. Consider the triangle TQS, right? Or it will be good for you if you plot the triangles separately and then solve the unknown value, right? So if I draw the triangle separately, TQS, TQS 90 degree. This angle is 60 and the side is 25. Now the data time. Angle we know is 60. The side opposite to 90, that is hypotenuse, is equals to 25. And we are looking for the value TQ, so let's call this length A. So opposite is equals to A. Opposite and hypotenuse comes in sine. So sine angle is 60, opposite is A and hypotenuse is 25, right? So 60 sine is 0.866 multiplied by 25 is equals to A. It's 21.65. Right? I hope all of you had done it and got the right answer. After the value of A, the second unknown is PT. Right? In our question, this angle is also 90 degree. Now, if I plot the triangle PSQ, right, that is our triangle P, S and Q. This angle is 60 and angle Q is 90, this one, right? In our main figure I am saying that this angle is 90 and the value we know is 25, that is QS. We need to find the value of PS from this side, PS. So let's call the length of PS C, right? How we can find? It's very simple. Hypotenuse is C and adjacent is 25. So adjacent and hypotenuse comes in cos. So it's cos 60 is equals to adjacent is 25 divided by hypotenuse is C. C is equals to 25 divided by cos 60. Cos 60 is basically 0.5. So 25 divided by 0.5 gives you the value of 50. Right? Now we have the value of PS. From this diagram, can we find out the value of PS? So yes, we can find it out. I am doing this part here. The value of PS, that means we are talking about adjacent, and let's say this length is B. So hypotenuse is known, that is 25, angle is known 60 and adjacent is what we are looking for, B. Adjacent and hypotenuse comes in cos. So cos 60 is equals to adjacent is what, B, and hypotenuse is what, 25, right? Cos 60 we know that it's 1 upon 2, 25 multiplies with cos 60. So 25 divided by 2, it's 12.5 is equals to B. Now why did I find A, B and C? Now listen. In this figure, this total length from P to S, we take this length C, so this length is C. The length of T to S is B. You can find out the value of PT easily by subtracting the value of B from C. So PT is equals to C minus B, right? C is 50 and B is 12.5. 50 minus 12.5, it's 37.5. Right? The last part, that is PR. So I'm giving you this question as your homework. Also, what you guys need to do, exercise 9.5, it's page number 245. This exercise you need to do at your homework and this last part, right? So I hope that this lecture is clear to you. So see you next class. Take care and Allah Hafiz.